Hey everyone, it's Michael from Hello Cupcake, it's me. Um, so this is my very first uh, YouTube video, I guess. Um, I didn't know what I was going to talk about, and really I still don't know what I'm going to talk about. I think one of the topics I'm going to cover is that if you've been an avid reader of my blog, you've probably noticed a lot of things dealing with my depression and bipolar and things of that nature. And it's something that I really wanted to talk about right now. I've been going through a lot of an emotional roller coaster lately. Just lots of ups and downs, not knowing what I really want, and I still don't really know what I want. Um, it's been several years since I've been in a relationship, and one thing that I do know that I want is I would like to have a relationship and be in one, but I'm I'm kind of floundering on the idea. There's a couple of people who are interested in me right now, and I'm just trying to bring myself around to accept that fact, because having depression and dealing with it on a day-to-day basis, you start really um, believing that you're not worth it and that you're not worth somebody loving and things like that. And the one thing that I always ask people when they come to me and they say, hey, you know what, I really like you, my first thing I fire back with is, why? What is it about me that you like? I mean, yeah, sometimes I'm a really funny guy. I have a great sense of humor. Um, I'm very worldly. Even though I haven't done much travel, I still am very knowledgeable of um, different things that happen around throughout the world. And I just, I really have, I personally feel like I really have nothing to offer someone except for loyalty and friendship. And really, when it comes down to it, is that enough to sustain a relationship? Um, some of you may or may not realize that I've just been accepted for Social Security disability due to some of the mental problems and other medical problems that I have. And that means that I'm not able to really provide for someone or offer them anything else besides my loyalty and friendship. And when I say loyalty, I truthfully do mean that I take my friendships almost to a fault, in that if I tell you that you're my friend, then I will do anything I can to help you, be there for you, and whatever else. A lot of people in my life, they found out that once I tell you that I love you, it means that my life is yours, and that's pretty much all I have to offer at that point. And, I've told some of my guy friends that, and they kind of looked at me like, dude, we're not gay, and I'm not taking it to a place of homosexuality. I'm taking it to a place of, like, I love you to the point where I would lay my life down for you and make sure that I could do everything possible to help and protect you. And once I explain it that way, people are kind of taken back, because, you there's not many people, if any, that still think on that level of, or that type of commitment. And, I've that's just part of, or one part of my bipolarness, I guess, is the fact that even though I can go from extremely happy to extremely enraged, or, flip-flop in any direction at any given time, the one thing that I always hold true to is that when I make a commitment to somebody by telling them that I love them or that I have feelings for them, it doesn't matter if it's a man or a woman or what have you, if I tell you that I have feelings for you, it means that I do love you and that I do put you before myself, which is something that me and my counselors are talking about right now, is how I do that and I don't take care of myself because I'm always taking care of other people. And I always put people ahead of myself. And there's people in my life that would disagree and say, no, you're just a selfish asshole, you're a prick, you're this, you're that, or whatever. But the way that I feel inside is that even though I may be that way to other people, or may be disrespectful or rude or what have you, chances are that if I'm that way to you, it's because I have that much love and respect for you that I don't hold back what I need to say to you. And that's something that gets me in trouble a lot with a lot of different people. And I think it's also part of my personality disorder that I have, is the fact that I just don't have that V-chip that says, hey, Michael, you probably shouldn't say that. But it's one of those things that if I don't say it, it's just going to eat away at me, and, chances are, yeah, it's going to be detrimental to you. But I figure that a lot of times I'm the only one who's brutally honest, and by being so, I do you a favor, because maybe it's something that you don't want to hear or don't want to know about yourself at the time. But if I come out and actually say it and voice it, then it makes me feel better, but it makes me also hurt inside because I've hurt you, or I've hurt that person. And I'm dealing with that a lot right now, where there's a lot of things that are bothering me, and I'm really just using people as soundboards, just telling them everything that's on my chest, which is something that I've never really done. I've never really opened up to people. I've always been the one that people open up to, just because, be it genetics, be it astrological or spiritual or whatever, being a Pisces, we're very emotionally deep. We have just a lot of different thoughts and feelings or what have you. But I like to hear what's going on in people's lives. I like being their counselor, somebody that they can turn to and tell me what's going on in life, and be the person that you call at 4 o'clock in the morning because you need someone to talk to. I like being that person, but it makes it hard a lot of times, because when I'm being told personal things, I listen to it, I record it, I store it, I file it away, and then when people come to me and ask me, well, what's your advice? What would you do? And I throw it back at them and tell them, well, you've done this, 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 and this, and you've allowed this person to do that to you and this to you. And then I give them my brutal, honest opinion. It tends to really make them upset and pushes them away. So it's something that I've been working on for a while, is learning how to filter what I say, because I've noticed, and I also do know, that people can't always handle that type of brutal honesty, and people only say that I'm just, yeah, that I'm just too blunt. And I never thought that that would be a bad thing, but if you have somebody who's constantly calling you out on your shit and saying, no, you need to take a better look in the mirror, then, yeah, it can get overbearing and at times problematic. Um, when I do get hurt or upset, I tend not to let it be known that I'm hurt or upset. If it's really bothering me and I have to confront somebody about it, then that's when I start getting scared, because I know the violent rages that I go through and go into, and I just don't know how that will come out and transpose, and a lot of times I may say something, or I feel like I may say something that's wrong or inappropriate. So it's one of those things that I always live with. So a lot of times, instead of actually letting out what's going on inside, I keep it inside. And there's been so many times, especially in the last couple of months, that I've just needed to tell people everything that's on my mind and get it off my chest and do things that would, help me sleep better at night. But I just haven't been able to do it because, for one, I'm scared of pushing them away, and two, I just don't know if I could be diplomatic about it. I use outlets like Facebook and things like that to kind of put my opinion out there, but at the same time really kind of keep it in. And it seems to be a good way for me to work and open up lines of communications that I haven't been able to do so in the past. But it's also becoming something that is kind of airing out your dirty laundry for everyone to see. And there's a lot that goes on in my mind and in my life, and a lot of things that I think about, and a lot of things that do bother me, and what have you, that I just don't know if I'm that ready for the world to know yet. And so I've really cut back on my ranting on Facebook, and I'm finding that I'm not ranting, but verbalizing it better on my blog about some of the things that are bothering me and that I'm going through. There's a couple of people in my life right now that I really need to sit down and try to have a heart-to-heart, face-to-face talk with, and just let them know everything that's going on and my feelings toward them, and what I expect of them as a friend and as somebody in my life, and just some generalities like that. But for right now, I'm dealing with things on my own the best way that I know how to. I've had to do a lot of growing up over the last year, and it's been really scary. I've had to do some things that I didn't think that I was capable of doing, and I'm still learning a lot about myself. And I think that's the direction that I'm taking that I'm going to be taking my blog now. Hello Cupcake, It's Me has always really been, like I said in the beginning of the video, about my diabetes and depression and medical problems and what have you. And I really started the blog as a way for me to kind of just journal and write out what was going on in my life and how I felt about it, and just really my little corner of the world where I could be me and didn't have to worry. And I found that there's been a lot of my readers who feel the same way that I do and have commented as such. You may not find the comments on the blog because I keep a lot of them pretty heavily moderated, just because, well, I don't need a lot of that stuff lingering around on the blog. But it's been a learning experience, and I hope in my heart of hearts that I can continue on in a positive direction and learn to accept being loved and learn to just be a better person and a better friend in general. And hopefully by using a combination of Facebook, YouTube, and Hello Cupcake, It's Me, I'll be able to do that. So we'll see. And, comments are welcomed. I just ask that you please don't leave any negative comments on the video feed. But if you feel that you need to, then, that's something you've got to do. I may or may not delete them. I don't know. It just depends on the severity of them. But for now, I think I'm going to go ahead and cut this video off and just put it out there that, I hope change is coming down the pipeline for myself and really for everyone. I hope that 2012 is better than what 2011, 2010, and 2009 were. So here's to hoping. Thanks for watching.